impressed by the hard work you guys have put in for the last weekend. It's incredible. I'm completely in awe. So, Kelsey's going to introduce our judges, and then we're going to get started.
First, I just want to say thank you again to all of our sponsors throughout this weekend. They did an amazing job, food, everything throughout the weekend, and we couldn't have put this on without you. So, we have a really great panel of judges this evening. So I'm going to introduce each judge, and please stand up and wave to them so they know who you are. Our first judge is Keith Polite. Keith is the manager of the Reynolds Journalism Institute Technology Testing Center, and he's working on several projects, and Keith was very instrumental in getting this event together, so we really appreciate that. Clay Bethune is awesome because he jumped in last second when we needed an emergency judge. And he owns a bunch of businesses, serial entrepreneur, will have a lot of great input. Brian Knoll. Brian actually works in this building here, so he's familiar with it. And Brian owns mo.com and has done a bunch of domain names and websites, including officesupplies.com and golfcourses.com. Golf courses, something like that. Brent B. Shore, stand up. Brent also works out of this building. And Brent is also a serial entrepreneur. He owns the company Adventures, which was recently ranked on the Inc. 500 list at number 28, so very exciting. And our last judge is Jamie Stevens. Jamie is an amazing web developer as well as an entrepreneur and owns a software service called Book where you can book appointments online. So these are our judges. How this is going to go is that each group will have 5 minutes to present. Annalisa is going to be holding the timer, and they will be cut off at 5 minutes. Once that 5 minutes is up, our panel of judges will have 5 minutes to question them, and then there will be 2 minutes in between each presentation until the next group goes. So once those 2 minutes are up, your time will start, and you should start speaking. After all of the teams have presented, the judges will convene for a couple minutes, decide on the top 3 teams. And we do have cash prizes for all 3 teams, so if you're in that top 3, you're winning something. And then those 3 teams will each send 2 representatives up here, so there'll be 6 people standing here for basically 20 minutes of intense grilling from the judges, really delving a little bit deeper into their ideas. So, like Alyssa said, we have just seen amazing dedication, amazing talent, and really just amazing companies coming out of this weekend, so we're really excited to see who wins. And I also just want to tell you that this girl, this was her internship. She put this event on in about a month. So you know she was dedicated. So our first group is Fix Your Fail.
And I want to say just one quick, if you don't get in the top 3, it does not mean your start is not worthwhile. And in fact, I really encourage everyone to follow up with Kelsey. There's a lot of resources to help you get your business off the ground, a lot of follow-up that you can do after this. So we encourage everyone, hopefully all the businesses continue on after this weekend.
Awesome.
What's up, guys? Y'all hear my heart beating right now? We're starting. Okay, that's blinding number right in front of everybody.
Do you want to stand up?
Yeah, we'll do that. I'm short. No one knows. Basically, guys, first I want to say thank you for all the awesome feedback that we've gotten this weekend and all the awesome relationships that we've built. I really appreciate everyone's input on this whole entire weekend. It's a great thing. But to get started, we're on a timer here, so I'm going to get rolling. I basically want to start this off by saying everyone fails. If anyone out there is going to say that you haven't failed at something, you're a liar. That's just the truth of it. But there's not really a community available where people can go out there and admit that they're failing at something. And that's kind of the idea behind Fix Your Fail. We're fostering that community where people can come up and say, hey, you know, I'm failing at this. Can you help me? And we're there to fix them. A little tagline that was actually given to us by an individual here at the meetup. Failure is not an option. It's a reality. And that's the truth of it. Everyone fails, and I think the sooner that we accept that and we take control of the situation and learn from it and build from it and better ourselves because of it, we'll all be better off. It's basically a website for personal enrichment, and that's what it's about. How many of you have heard of the website called Post Secret? Okay, well, for for those of you who haven't, 'cause it looks like it's a majority, it's basically a website where you can go on and kind of vent, post things that aren't really going positively in your life. And it's a great concept, and there's a huge demand for it. They have, over 100,000 people on their Facebook like page alone, and just the demand for a place where people can go and vent and tell people about these ideas or shortcomings that they're having is in high demand. And the thing that's kind of unique about our situation here with Fix Your Fail, we offer a place where not only people can do that, but can go and tell you about the problems. It's a productive website in the sense that people can give their feedback and help you overcome those shortcomings. And honestly, in regard to the feedback, Fix Your Fail has developed from so much feedback this weekend. And initially we started as a tutoring service. I don't know how many of you remember that, but there's definitely just been a boatload of feedback from everyone here, and we've really developed into something that honestly I and the rest of our team really thinks has turned into a better product, and we're excited to share it with you. And also in regard to feedback, feedback is the breadth of what makes this company work. So I really think it's important that we get a large user base quickly, and we'll go more into detail about that. We're going to go over the business model next.
All right, guys, we're going to use a differentiation focus model to separate ourselves from our competition. So rather than a site like Post Secret where you vent your problems into thin air and get no responses, or a site like Yahoo Answers where you can only get text answers, we're going to leverage technology to use videos, pictures, live text chat, and video chat to create an environment that encourages personal enrichment. So how do we do this? We're going to start by using our personal networks. We already have a following of over 100 people on our social media sites, and we already have user interaction on our site just in the past 3 days. So we're going to start in Columbia and build out from there. And we have, I guess the most important question is, how do we monetize the site? We have a 6-point revenue model. We're going to use advertisements specific to each topic to help people solve their problems. We're going to allow users to pay a small fee to post anonymously to their site, so they can vent their problems without the threat of being embarrassed about their problems. We're going to do feature fails that allow people to post their fails at the top of our screen, so they will get the most amount of exposure and the most amount of results for their questions. We're going to sell opt-in traffic, so anybody who wants information or special offers can get that and sell those to companies. Then we're going to provide or create fail forums, which will allow people to meet in places like this with similar interests and discuss their problems on more of a personal level. And finally, we're going to sell merchandise through our site and through our fail forums. That's everything. Thank you.
And it looks like we're running really short on time here, but I think there was like 20 seconds left. I just want to say thanks once again to all the sponsors, hosts, everyone that's been involved with this weekend. Thank you guys so much. It's been a blast. So Q&A, bring it on.